What do you call it?
No, Samsung.
Yeah, I'll take it on.
What can I say? That moment there, to be fair, guys, got me a bit emotional. It's never happened before, and I hope that it becomes a tradition. Because you guys may not have seen my face. When I took that flag, my hands were shaking like that. I was a bit nervous. I was thinking, this is serious, man. This is serious. So, but I think it's symbolic, and I hope that we appreciate it. And thank you to the transition team for coming up with such a concept. I think it's a wonderful idea, and we would certainly keep it for posterity. Unfortunately, we don't have any of the members of the election commission here. They made all of it possible. They ran the show behind the scenes, and I want to start by thanking them for that job done. And I also want to thank those who are here today. Any weekend in August, it's almost impossible to get anybody to attend anything because he's busy like crazy. So to have these people here, this group that we have here, it's okay. It's a blessing. And we also have people watching online. So thank you guys. I want to thank President Clive. Well, we're not President Clive anymore. President Emeritus now.
It's President.
For a fantastic job, guys. Your efforts haven't gone unnoticed. Fortunately, I worked very closely with you guys. Edmond and all the team. You guys were, as Divine said, it was a difficult time for Soba. But you guys steadied the ship. And here we are today, standing on your shoulders. And you know when somebody stands on your shoulder, they see a bit further far than, so we can see further because of you people. And for that, we are immensely grateful. I also want to thank you guys for the great job you did in the transition. Typically in Soba, they just elect a new team and the next day, boom, they are already in charge running things. This is the first time in the Soba history where a new team hasn't come on the same day they were elected. It's taken us 3 weeks, and we did the 3 weeks. The election commission set the 3 weeks up in order to have a smooth transition so that all the issues of the old team can be understood by the new team. And we hope for the future, the transition process will also be part of a trainee process so that new people coming on board can have that, you know, like I've learned a lot of things that I didn't know about how Soba works because of the transition process. So it's something that we really appreciate, and I want to thank the old team for endless meetings. We were meeting almost every day, you know, what's happening here. And as part of that process, we were able to transfer all of our physical assets. These banners you see here, everything has been part of that process. So that all these assets now are under our management. They've been smoothly passed on to our management. We now have all the banners, every physical asset you can think of, from our card readers that we have for banking transactions. We now have in the process some of us who are going to be signatories to the bank account. That process is already in place. I am now the director of our limited registered company in customer company's house, and we've just submitted our latest tax returns. And our digital assets like the website, our email address, our server, all of that now is in our hands. So guys, through this collaboration, you guys have made our task of building on your legacy much easier. This is the smoothest transition in the history of our association. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Really appreciate it. My dear brothers, you know, I've got an admission to make. I told my wife this morning. I've carried a virus for the last 30 years. It's like the COVID-19 virus. But this one is called Soba 7 virus. The UK variant. Yes. Yeah. It has some very strange side effects. In its minus form, it makes you drive all over the country just to come and attend a sober transition. Guys are all like I sleep. You know, there's another very bad variant which makes you sing all three verses of the school anthem. If you can do that, that means you have the most severe form of sober virus. You know, and like I said, some of us seated here, I can see the symptoms right from where I'm standing. We are all suffering from that virus. And unfortunately, there's no vaccine. Once you get that virus, I'm sorry, you live with it for the rest of your life. So, we have some interesting challenges. When I say we, I mean sober. My predecessor inherited a very difficult situation. We have steadied the ship, and now we have to take it forward. Most of you who read my manifesto a few months ago or a few weeks ago, my manifesto was something that was designed as part of our desire to bring the association together. And so it was based on really 4 pillars. Inclusion, something that the outgoing president has mentioned, the idea of bringing all Sobans together, all Sobans, under one, how can I put it, one vision. Okay? It's very important that I make that point. I don't know how why. Because, you see, there are families where people live under the same roof, but they are not going to the same direction. When I say people, I'm talking usually husband and wife. They live under the same roof, and they carry the same name, but this one is thinking east, this one is thinking west. That's what I'm talking about, vision. Sober needs to be in such a way that we may be different. How we're going to achieve the vision, how we want to get there might be different, but the end goal should be the same. That's what I'm talking about, a similar vision. For so long, people have wanted all of us in the same house to think the same. And that is not possible because we are all different as human beings. So just forgive me for going into a bit of detail into the inclusion, some of the things that we're going to try and do. The rights of members, your right as a member is enshrined. There's no negotiation. Your right to be able to say your mind, be heard, no negotiation. Like I said, it will not only be guaranteed, it's going to be protected. No member to be suspended because they said something that the executive does not agree with. That is never going to happen. So we are going to be proposing to the General Assembly the creation of an independent body. Finally, if I'm stubborn or if I do something wrong, that pisses off anybody, the executive, and most of the time when people say things, it's usually to the executive, they will sit in their meeting, the 3 or 4 of them, and they will decide, oh, you're suspended. No right to appeal. No right to hear my side of the story, nothing. That is going to stop. With the independent committee, if we, the executive, feel like a member has fallen foul of the rules, we will refer that member to that independent committee, for that committee to decide what right should be either withdrawn, suspended, or, if they decide the case, to keep that member's right as they see fit, not without our interference. Okay? So that's the first thing. The second thing is the creation. And can I just say something? I know some of you are not so bad, so you might not understand some of these technical issues, but please just bear with me while I go into this. My audience here are my brothers are sober. So bear with me. As part of our inclusion strategy, we will encourage the creation of chapters within the United Kingdom. I mean, this is something that something that I don't quite understand why we haven't even done it for the 20-odd years that we've been active in this country. It's a no-brainer. Cameroon itself, you know, if you go to Limbe, there's a Soba Limbe, Boya, Soba Boya, Mutengene, Kumba, Mujita, Douala, Boketinja, Israel. I mean, in the size of those areas I'm giving you, it's not even the size of Birmingham or the West Midlands, and they have like 8 chapters. Why should in the UK, should we not have a chapter in the Midlands? We don't have a chapter in Scotland. We don't have a chapter in London. In Doncaster. In Birmingham. So why should we not? So for me, that should be a part of our agenda. It will be a part of our agenda. On the issue of accountability, a lot of members always say, oh, we have people to do sorry, I'm talking to people because that's how we roll. I don't know what the executive is doing. What's going on? What's going on? Part of the reason is because the executive sees himself as some kind of secret hub where nothing should filter out of it. I understand there are some things that only the executive should be able to handle before it becomes knowledge public. But there are other things that must be known by the members while they are happening. And these things we're going to make available live in almost real time. For example, any member should at any point be able to tell you how much they have in the bank account. I lie? No! If I go to Super America and I sit down at someone, I got how much in my account there. I should be able to say we have 6,700. What is the secret in that? It is my association. It's an information that I should know. Not a question when I ask, they're telling me what do you want to know? What do you want to do with that information? Absolutely no. It's not going to happen again. So we're going to move into a digital platform whereby members will have real-time access to the account of the association. And I want to thank my President Secretary, Valerie, for making that promise and saying that he's going to deliver on that. So please, we're going to hold Valerie on that. And I'll talk about the account. There are things like event plans, you know, what is happening today, who's going to do what. All those things people usually know on the day itself. No, we want to make it such that if you know what is happening, it's easy for you to say, but you know, I can see a hole there. Let me make myself available to help. But if you don't know anything, you think everything is being taken care of. That's the importance of information and transparency. It makes people, it empowers people to either support you or understand the vision or the direction you're going so they can go along with you. If they know nothing, they just sit there, you know, what's going on? So, we want to make sure that our members have real-time feedback or give real-time feedback to the leadership team to support our decision making. It's very important because we cannot decide in the air like that. You know, before this meeting, for example, we decided to get a canopy because somebody said, oh, it might rain tomorrow. You know, we thought it was going to be nice and clear. So when we get that feedback about what's going on, we can decide differently in the interest of our members. Exactly. Yeah. So the third pillar is about innovation. Now, when I say innovation, I'm not talking about turning Soba UK into Uber Drive or Uber Eats or some fancy company. We're not a company, you know. We want to do only the things that matter, the simple things. Soba is not a corporate organization. We're not a for-profit organization. We're not McDonald's, Coca-Cola, or some continuity. We are Soba UK, the Association of Sase Old Boys, and all we just want to do is very simple and straightforward. You know, bring students, ex-students together to share experiences, support each other, you know, sustain those values that we acquired while we were in Sase, and also support the alma mater to produce more of us. You know, we are like microbes, you know, we like to create more of ourselves so that we can influence our society with the values that we got from the college. So it's important that we support the college in this process, and that's the reason why, for me, our association with Sase is you know, there's no negotiation on that. We are going to be engaging with Sase, the bishop, the principal and the student at all times. We will never have a situation like that. Never. So, another area of our innovation strategy is the area of health. Somebody saw me today and said, Master, you don't get Gabari, and you know why the reason is because of obviously there was COVID, but to be fair, I'm not as active as I would love to be. I've slowed down, I'm a bit lazy, I can't be bothered, no motivation. So one of the things we're looking to do is to really put health and wellness into part of our everyday life. Soba UK wants to help our members for the motivational aspect, because sometimes when you do things in a group, it's easier to get motivated. So we're launching something called the Soba Wellness project. It's going to be led by, I don't want to call his name now, but it's going to be led by one of us. And the idea is very simple: to help us lead healthier and active lifestyle, not just drinking and everything. So tips for healthy living. As part of the Soba Wellness program, we're going to have the Soba football team. That's going to be a proper football team. Not playing games. We're going to be playing games all over the country. I know a few Maradonas here, for example, who make a good player. Petibo, Mama Petibo, he looks very fit as well. So, and the outgoing president, is a great player. So that's one of the things. We're also going to have a Soba UK Tennis Open. The idea is every year we organize a tennis tournament and the winner goes home with a prize. It's going to be something that we hope would encourage people to be more active and hopefully, get better and reduce that gabari. We are also going to be launching something called the Soba Excellence Program. The name is being probably changed, but the idea is that for those of you, I know we have in the audience people that are not familiar with Cameroon and what SOBA stands for. Our institution is one that has produced some of the greatest minds in our country. From prime ministers to members of parliament to business people. We are a center of excellence. That's a college. That college is a center of excellence. And today, if you ask a lot of us, who can you point to who inspires you, who is the Soba? Many of us will look around, maybe we might look at maybe 2 or 3 people from around our closest network. But there are a lot of Sobas doing wonderful things in the world, changing the world. I heard the other day that one of the guys in the group creating a vaccine for the COVID-19 in Germany is actually a Soba. I couldn't believe it. I didn't know that. So through our program, the idea would be to encourage Sobas who are excelling to come forward and share that excellence with the community. So I'm going to be giving you more details over the next few months. Now, there is something I just spoke about, which is our relationship with Sase. It's all part of our global leadership strategy. For those of you who know the history of SOBA in the last few years, we have had issues dealing with other associations, with the college, with the principal, with the provider. Our team wants to change that. We want to make sure that our relationship with the college improves, and we want to make sure our relationship with other associations improves. We are going to regain our position as one of the most important and influential SOBA associations in the entire world. We are going to deliver on them. There is an elephant in the room that we all know when it comes to SOBA issues in the United Kingdom. The issue of our division. My fellow SOBAs, the resolution that we have set ourselves is for us to strengthen the relationship that we have there couldn't have been a better time for us to try and do that because our association has been fragmented for too long. It's coming to 5 years now.
Noah.
Our time in Sase served as crossroads where we have accumulated memories of our time. Long nights studying for exams, doing the famous Muna, Dome games, maybe one misadventure or another here and there. As we have strived, as we have striven to reach our career aspirations, life has scattered us all over the world, leaving us no time to maintain those relationships. The Sase Old Boys Association in any environment, any country, is the physical embodiment of that time in Sase. So whatever we were doing then needs to repeat itself now. That humility. You know, we do not wear the same uniform every day. In the refectory, in school, everywhere, in church. We didn't wear the same uniform for nothing. It was done to make us understand that we are equal. We may not be the same, but we are equal. That same characterization, that same identification needs to carry itself today. It doesn't mean because I work for a hedge fund or you work for McDonald's that somehow I belittle your person or your individualness. We need to go back to the values in Sase where regardless the fact that you are a Sase old boy, you are somebody I can respect. That is what we want to go back to. Because there is more that unites us as Soba than that divides us. Contrary to what many people are trying to make us believe. So I'll end by quoting the spiritual manual that we all use for our daily life, the Bible. In Corinthians, 1 Corinthians verse 1, chapter 1 verse 10. Which says, I appeal to you, brothers, in the name of our Lord Jesus Christ, that all of you agree with one another in what you say, and that there be no division among you, but that you be perfectly united in mind and in thought. Very important. And I continue. In 2 Corinthians chapter 13 verse 11. Finally, brothers, and this flag says that, rejoice, strive for full restoration, encourage one another, be of one mind, live in peace, and the God of love and peace will be with all of us. It is befitting to say, this is our Soba now. This is our Soba. We have heard you. It is our utmost desire to build an inclusive Soba where all members feel listened and valued. We will put reconciliation, peace, and forgiveness at the heart of our union. This division that we had, or this pseudo division I'll call it, created tensions in relationships, in brotherhood. People not speaking to each other, people avoiding each other, people not engaging with each other. The time for reconciliation is now. And we are going to put reconciliation at the heart of our desire or of our working for peace and unity in Soba UK. Thank you. The team and I remain open to all your constructive contributions. Please feel free, to give me some ideas on how we can drive this peace reconciliation agenda. But I'm not going to lie to you that it's a tough job. We have an association to run. We have to do that. But at the same time, we're happy to engage in whatever it takes for us to get that objective. Thank you very much. Sorry I've taken a lot of your time, but I just wanted to make all these points. And thank you very much for listening. And God bless you all. Thank you.